Hey, it's Ashley's Yarnies, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Inuyashiki, um, the anime, not the manga. I did not read the manga, and everyone who would like to tell me to read the manga, I would tell you I don't feel like it, so, and I may, but I most likely won't read it. Anyways, so, Inuyashiki is a science fiction anime. Um, and I guess in a way, you would say it's slightly dystopian. But, the hero in the show and the main character is in Mr. Inuyashiki, who is this old guy. And on the first episode when I was watching it, I was just like, but the sad part, like, okay, I was angry, or I got upset just a little bit, when they were disrespecting the old man, but it happens a lot in current times, so it did make sense that, the kids were disrespecting the old man. No, I'm not going to give much spoilers. I'm just reviewing it like surface level. I'm not going too deep and saying what the ending is and all that stuff. But yeah, I just didn't like how disrespectful a lot of the kids were to their elders. Like, to me, I just like, you you're like how anyone else would say, like, who raised you? Like that. It was really bad. But that did not represent all of the children in the anime. It just represented a certain group that also like to bully other children in the anime. So yeah. So Mr. Inuyashiki, he looks older than he is according to every other character. I don't know, because maybe 50-year-olds are supposed to like be balding and have like white hair. And what if the people that don't look that way just look young for their age? And what I'm talking about 50-year-old men. So I don't know. I'm not 50. I'm not a guy either, but I'm just saying I don't know 50-year-old men like that, so it's like I wouldn't know. I don't really have much of a reference point, so. But okay. So off of that character, off of the main character, because like he's a good guy. He's the hero, He has a heart of gold, all that jazz. He'll always get you rooting for him. But okay, so things that also like that was irksome to me was, okay, his children, they were like, oh, Dad, you look old, and oh, why aren't we rich and stuff. It's like, okay, like with kids, of course you can never really win, but it's like, at least your dad is there. You know how many kids on this earth don't have their dad because circumstances made it where their dad died early, or their dad just checked out and didn't want to be in their lives. Like, be grateful for the time. Dang. Like, stop being so ungrateful, because time is so much more important. So now they have a dad that spent time with them, helped financially, married their mom, helped financially stable out their house, and they mad that the house is not a mansion, like it's not big, and they don't look rich, so they can't go to school and brag about it. And a lot of kids are like that, and it's sad and it's annoying. They're basically sheeple. They want to follow the crowd. They want to be accepted by everybody. And it's so annoying because it's like, once you get older and if your parents die or something like that, you'll be like, all this time I was looking for validation outside of my house, and I didn't even know all the love I had in my house. Because no one else gonna love you like them. Okay, newsflash. So, yeah. And then he okay, so the little boy was like, at some point in the show, he was like, well, I want to become a robot. I want to be powerful so I could be popular. If you don't have confidence, you would end up like the villain in the story. Because you could get an upgrade all day, but if you don't have the confidence, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to fill that hole, that void that you have within yourself. That was so annoying to me. I was just like, I better not have any kid like that. Because, oh my gosh. Will they get fussed out a lot? If they keep being ungrateful and stuff, and saying stuff like that, yeah, I'm gonna nip it in the bud right early. You know, when you don't say something and you just let it slide, it just exacerbates the problem, and then they get very ungrateful, and then when they get older, they think, oh, the world is my oyster, and everything's supposed to fall in my lap. What did I say in a previous video? Don't spoil them. Because you don't want to have them land hard from cloud 9 on the pavement, okay? You need for them to know that reality just doesn't work in your favor all the time, and it's all about you. But anyways, so yeah. So the son was annoyed with that, because it was like, get out delusion land and look in the mirror. Look at your pros. Say to yourself, I'm awesome with the things I have, and the advantages of being short are these. And I just didn't go through my growth spurt yet. Like, be your fan. Because before anyone else can be your fan, you got to be your fan. Because then nobody will believe in you. Anyways, so yeah. Now on to his daughter, Maddie, which is, I'm going to say her last name first, because that's what's supposed to, how you're supposed to say it. It's Inuyashiki Maddie. But anyways, I'm going to just say Maddie. So, okay, what I didn't like about Maddie and Ando's, their interaction with each other, what I didn't like about how that went down, I didn't like that Maddie was like, oh, I'm the popular girl in school and every guy wants to be with me, but your dad is rich and he has money. Okay, don't you think you're being selfish when you're saying that you want to be a successful person after high school? Like, don't you think you're being selfish? That boy has trials and tribulations at school. He's not a popular kid. He's quite the opposite. And it's like both of you are privileged in different ways. So how dare you look down your nose upon him and tell him he's being greedy, when in a sense, aren't you being greedy? You want the beauty and all the guys to drool after you, and then you also want all the money and being creative and all that stuff. And a lot of people be like, you can have beauty and brains, but it's not that fight that I'm talking about right now. It's about this boy is at a low, right? And I'm not saying it's her job to save him. I'm saying it's not her job to be snobby and look down upon him and exacerbate his situation. He's already having a hard time at school. People are treating him mean, and you over there like, don't you think you're great? Like, just don't say nothing. If you don't got nothing good to say, he already going through a hard time, shut up. Then I thought she was so shallow, because she was like, you know, again, Mr. Inuyashiki is her father, and she was like, oh, Dad, you're not rich. Oh, Dad, you look so old for your age. And then in the next breath, she's like, but if ever you got like an upgrade or of some kind, then you're awesome, and I just want you to live forever. And I know that at some point in time, people change, and as they evolve, as they get older, they realize, dang, my parents are important, and you know, these times I have with them, they're not going to be forever, so I should cherish every moment with them and stuff. So I understand that it's just her teenage angst, and she's going through that stage of life, but I feel like you still could like ease up on it. Like, you don't gotta be so annoying about it, because I wasn't annoying as a teenager. I'm just saying, you don't gotta be that annoying. Okay, I'm not gonna just keep like pointing out all my parents' flaws and how I would like to be rich and like to be like that family over there. And why don't they give me diamonds? And why don't they give me a big prom dress that looked like a wedding dress and cost thousands of dollars? See what I'm saying? Like, it's just so shallow. Now, I can see if you were complaining about, hey, you didn't spend enough time with me when I was younger. Oh, you neglected me at this point when I was younger. Okay, that makes sense to complain to them about that. But you complain about something they can't change, or like they could change, but then they would have to be a horrible parent to you to change it. Because you don't realize you a big bill. Like, that's annoying. It's ungrateful. That was so annoying of her. And when she was in peril, I was just like, I really didn't care. That's because the character to me came off so shallow. I'm like, we already have so many shallow people in this world already. Like, look at all the Instagram models and such. Like, do we need more? If one goes, does it matter? If one is in trouble, do we really care? I don't know. You may say it's heartless. I just think that's just my opinion. I don't know. Anyways, so off of Maddie, onto the villain. The villain and Ando were friends. But, so that's how they're connected. And Ando ends up doing some research and comes across Mr. Inuyashiki. So that's how they relate and stuff. And sometimes how they meet up and stuff. But the villain, he's very difficult subject to tackle. I say he's difficult subject to tackle because, first of all, I would say he would be like a low-ranking villain, even though he has a lot of power and all that jazz. Like, he's really like a good level of powerful. He's emotional, and when you're emotional, you can easily be misled, manipulated, and react unnecessarily to a varying extent to outer stimuli that may not be a necessary thing for you to react to. Like, it won't push your progression. It's like you don't think about the long term of how this could affect you. So from the beginning, the boy was not thinking. The boy, the guy I'm speaking of is Hiro. He wasn't thinking of the long-term effects of his actions. So he just was experimenting, doing whatever he wanted with his powers, and it came back to bite him. It was repercussions showed up to his door, and they needed his signature. Okay, so and then at some point in the show, he was like, why is this happening to me? They see I'm evolving, I'm trying to change. Like, why do these repercussions keep showing up and trying to make me like pay for what I've done? And it's like, baby, that's how repercussions work. You know what I'm saying? Like, before anyone could get over the hiccup of what you've done and that you're evolving, you first have to pay for the repercussions, you know? But, I mean, I don't know. You know, degrees and extents vary. So, this girl had a crush on him. But I feel like she had a crush on him all this time, but he never gave her the time of day because he was low in confidence. And he just thought, oh, like my friend, like the popular girl, Mr. Inuyashiki's daughter, Maddie Inuyashiki. My friend, they like her, but all the guys like her. My friend likes her, so, and she's out of our league. So, but you all the while just overlooking that adorable girl, that adorable nerdy girl that has a crush on you. You act like she's the ambience. She's the environment. Okay? You didn't check around your environment for solutions to your problems. You felt alone, and there was someone out there that loved you right there, and you didn't want to check for them because you over there trying to get what you can't have. Like, everybody chasing after diamonds and diamonds and diamonds, but what about the rubies and other precious stones? What about the emeralds? Okay, they're just as great. That's what I'm saying. They act like, well, I gotta settle for a ruby. I have to settle for an emerald when I can have a diamond. You see? Why you need to be like everybody else and go after what everybody else going after? So over it. And too many people do that in reality too. It's annoying. And it doesn't set you out for set you apart from the rest of the crowd. And of course you're not gonna be the top pick and the one that gets to pick first from the great list of little bit of diamonds out there that every guy's chasing because it look good. But anyways, so yeah, and I'm just like, you could have been loved, you could have had a friend, you could have ended up married, okay? She could have been your soulmate if you didn't just give up, if you just looked in your environment for the girl that actually liked you and she was just right there. And guys always want to say that about girls, but it's so funny. Y'all the same way. The girl will be right there and you'll be like, oh, why doesn't the cheerleader like me? Oh, sucks. Like, should I really feel bad for you? Anyways, so yeah, he was feeling like no one cared about him and stuff. He had some trouble in his parents' household and stuff. They lived separately. One of them moved on. The other didn't. So that's that. So I guess he didn't feel like he ever had like true love for himself, like himself from his parents, because of all that heartbreak there in that situation. And how like his dad was like, okay, but what about me and my new family though? Like, just focus on me and my new family. Look at all of your younger siblings. Like, but anyways, so yeah, and so he did some bad things. So when it was realized that he had stood up for his friend who was getting bullied, he stood up for Ando. The girl was like, today's the day, because this is what tilted it over. I'm going to confess my feelings for him. So she goes and confesses some feelings for him, and he's like, oh please, you know, you like every other girl. Like, soon as you see a brawny guy, like a strong-armed guy, then you be like, oh my gosh, he's so hot, he's so sexy, because, you know, he's got the muscles, and, you know, he stood up, and he's so macho. And it's like, so a girl can't want to feel safe? Like, that's a sin? But anyways, but he has to understand though, she always was staring at him though in the class. So he didn't, because he wasn't paying attention, realize that she already had her eyes on him, and then that just like tilted it over where she's like, forget this, I'm not going to keep like ogling him or oogling him, whatever. I'm going to go and make a move and let him know my feelings. I'm not going to keep sitting on my feelings. I'm going to do something. This is the tipping point. It was the tipping point. And he was like, yeah, shallow. But don't think the popular chick in the class is like the epitome of shallow. But yeah, the nerdy girl, she's so shallow. Yeah, you got it. But anyways, so yeah. Then he, as the story progresses, he becomes enemy of the state, and he has to go in hiding and stuff. This girl pulled some Harley Quinn delusional stuff, okay? It was so delusional, like, just harboring this dude. Delusional. She was like, oh, I can't wait till they find the real criminal. I don't know why they blaming this crime on you. Like, you're just so cute. You're so handsome. You a neighbor. Like, if a girl just saw you stand up, and okay, if she's as shallow as you believed her, you first thought her to be, if she saw in the recent past, you stood up to a bully for your friend, and you almost broke his wrist, she would not rule out violence in your, like that you could be a violent person. If anything, she's like, yeah, he did that. I think he did that. I don't know what I was thinking. I gotta stay away from that guy. Dangerous. Maybe cute, maybe sexy, but he's bad. He bad. But she didn't. So, hello. She really liked you. And to me, she sold that junk. I was like, girl, you love him cause you know how many girls be like, ooh, this is too much. It got hard. Oh my gosh, I'm out. Ooh, no. You going through trials and tribulations. I'm only here for the sunshine. I'm not here for the rain. But anyways, so then he was like, I realized that you love me now. And it's like, it does suck because you could have realized this sooner if you just had paid attention to your environment. Like, it sucks. It really does. But anyways, so it's like you wasted your life when there was so much potential right there. Just sitting right beside you, in the chair beside you, right there. But anyways, so, okay, so she was harboring him, girl, you were harboring him. And then when he said to her, yeah, I did that, because he wanted someone to accept him for all of his flaws and his pros, all the good and all the bad, all of him, what makes him up, what defines him. So he was like, you know, you say you love me, let's see if you love me if I say I did something bad. And she was like, oh, we could make it better because what we could do is we could reverse it in a way and just say, oopsie, I so sorry, I no do that again. You say that like that, I think. I like, girl, life don't work like that. She was so, for real, that girl is delusional. She has an unrealistic, like, I'm a princess and I live in a fairy tale land and yeah, like, that's her thinking. Like, it just don't work like that. I know you would like for it to work like that, but it don't. But this is funny to watch that you think it does. It's funny for me. Just kidding. Okay. So I was like, okay, all right, okay, let's watch how this goes. So it was like a whole episode of some lovey-dovey, everything in sunshine and rainbows, and we didn't like do anything wrong, and we are rewinding what he did bad because he's my prince and I his princess. For real, like, it was some baby mess. Like, it was so immature and delusional. Just couldn't. I was like, okay, and then he was like, yeah, I won't do it again. I'm like, boy, it's nice that you found a lover. You found a lover to ignite that and make you think sane and make you, you know, think of the long-term plan. But you should also have that spark for yourself, within yourself. So just in case your lover is not there to ignite that thought in you, it will always be the filter that will stop any impulsive bad or misbehavior. So that is not conducive to a society. Behavior that's not conducive to a society. Your filter should be that, hey, you know what? I wouldn't want to lose my girl. Love her. Wouldn't want to lose this life living with them. So, see, that's when you think long term, you think of the effects of what your actions can do. And you're like, so that is a filter. That's why you should try to think more like that. Yeah, because it could get you out of a lot of trouble, or actually help you avoid a lot of trouble, so you don't have to always be like, where my girl at, so she could get me out of trouble. But anyways, I'm just saying, you know, you can't lean on her forever. She wasn't born with you in the uterus. Y'all didn't come out together. You're not conjoined twins, so come on. So yeah. So, of course, and just because that's life, there was a problem with her that happened because repercussions. Like, how do you think you could take away things that made other people happy and don't think they could take away things and beings that make you happy? You see how that works? Because that's just karma, baby. That's just life. So, I was like, I mean, yeah, I just knew that this happy episode was just short. Like, you know, yeah, when it's something too sweet, you just look for the other shoe to drop, because that's how life works. Anyways, so, okay, so after she was attacked, all that stuff, he healed her and all that stuff, and then he was like, why are people doing this? What again? They just let me live. And I'm like, first thing that would have dawned upon me if I just striked up a new love or romance, I would have been like, let's move away from this town. But not you, baby. Not you. Anyways, so yeah. And by the time he realized that, it was like, the damage is done. And now your lover is shell-shocked because she's not as crazy. She's not as off her kilt as Harley Quinn is. So you can't, like, get her to go along with your nonsense and your bad behavior. So it's like, for real, she was like some, I'm a princess and things will work how they're supposed to perfectly, and all the time it go the way it's supposed to go because I'm a princess and the guy I love is a prince. Yes. And it's just like, it don't though. So yeah, so he was an emotional wreck and she is delusional and very sappy. So, you know, that type of combination. I'm not a person that's like gonna have like knee-jerk tear reactions to over emotion and something. So I was just like, typical. That's all I did. I was like, yeah, that's what that combination would bring. A wave of emotions between the two characters, but not for me. I'm just looking at them like, what y'all thought was gonna happen? Anyways. So then she was like, she got to a point because he got so bad that she was like, look, if you really love me, you just would stop and turn yourself in because your behavior is gotten out of control. Like, I need you to just stop. But then he promised everyone that he wasn't gonna stop. He's like, can't stop, won't stop, I ain't gonna stop. So it's like, will you? So he had a choice here. Whose opinion was more important to you? The girl that loves you and you say you love her back. You say, but only actions can prove. Or the people that already see you as a horrible tyrannosaurus, a horrible villain, a tyrannical guy. Whose opinion is more to you, means more to you. And this man didn't choose hers. he kept the promise to the people to be horrible. He didn't keep a promise to her to stop it, to stop being horrible and just, I don't know, move somewhere else. So, but then, like, okay, so when he was defeated at some point, I'm not saying toward the end, like, when he was defeated, she is all feeling sad and stuff, and it's like, I'm confused, but then again, because I'm not her type of person, I'm not emotional in her way, and I don't think I'm a long lost princess of somewhere and live in delusional land and, think that things are just supposed to work out the way they work out and how they're supposed to, and everything is supposed to be how it should be with fairness and all that stuff. Like, I just feel like I've been across that bridge. I already know life is unfair. And there's always repercussions to your actions and all that jazz. So it's like I've already gotten to this point of understanding, and I'm just like, yeah, I may complain about some unfairness here and there, but it's not something that I'm gonna go like ballistic over, because come on, like, it's just maturity gets you to that understanding. But for her to be like, why is it so hard for like us to live happily ever after? I'm just like, it's just delusional. Like, the girl delusional. I'm telling you. But anyways, and she cried a lot. So you put delusional with, but I call him egotistical and apathetic. Yes. You put delusional with egotistical and apathetic, and what do you get? But anyways, yeah. So, Ando, though, my problem with Ando is that he was not a true friend to Hiro, because he could have stopped a lot of the slayings if he actually said something, stood up to him and said, hey, okay, I don't think it's cool for you to do stuff like that, and don't do stuff like that. I don't approve of that. You could, stand up to bullies for me and all that, but that doesn't mean that they should go complete just because they're bullies. Like, am I dead? Did they go that far? So why are you going that far, It's just too much. Like, if he said something earlier, it really could have stopped a lot of this drama. But he doesn't know how to be a good friend. And it's come to the point in life, because yes, this I could compare to life. I just don't think real friendships exist. I don't care. And if the people that say, oh, we're friends, that's rare, or someone's being fake and hiding their true feelings. It's either one or the other. But I don't care. I feel like for most, y'all don't look forward to it, friendships don't exist anymore. Friends don't exist. That's an archaic word. Okay? Let's put it out of date. Because this boy, and this will happen in reality too. Like, he's like, yeah, I want to go after the popular girl, because he just want to move up in status, Like, he wasn't that great either with his intentions, but still. And with him, he's like, oh, I want to distance myself from my friend because what he's doing, society wouldn't approve of. Like, instead of you going, okay, what he's doing, society wouldn't approve of, and he's veering off path, but let me try to get him back on path. Like, let me try to at least say I tried. Because if you so much his friend, why you give up on his soul that quick? Why you think that it's a lost cause that quick? Like, so many people, like, don't know what loyalty is in this generation. Like, loyalty. Come on. So yeah, but in totality, if I had to rate the anime, Inuyashiki, out of 10, I would give it a 10. And if I had to rate it out of 5, I would give it all 5 stars because that's how great it was. It was an awesome watch. But I wouldn't tell everyone. I would tell people to watch it who have an open mind because there are some risque episodes that make your jaw drop and you just be like, well, this is getting awkward. Okay, well, isn't that going too far? All right, okay. So, if you don't have an open mind and you can't take watching some freaky stuff, don't. If you can't take watching a lot of guro, which is aka a lot of gore in shows, don't.